Rick, since it's been a while, is this just another game on the schedule coming back here?
Well, I think the people around the team are great people. You know, you miss that, the fans and everything else, but I don't know who the players are. I mean, they've changed everything. I guess they brought Aaron back, which made me feel better because it was somebody I recognized over there. But you know that they've done a nice job of retooling. You know, and they're winning, and they have a great chance to make the playoffs. You know, getting Harden was a huge lift for them. But you know, other than that, it was a great place to live for my wife and I. And you know, like I said, the people around the team, the experience we had in the 4 years was really a positive experience. So, but when you come back with a team that's struggling like we are with playing 9 guys again, nothing looks like home anymore. You know, you're just trying to survive at this point.
What have you thought of? I know Harden got a lot of headlines, Glenn did. What have you thought of Ashik and what he's done?
He's been solid for him. It was a good pickup. You know, he's given him a center and who rebounds consistently night after night. He fills a role. And when you have a guy like Harden who's going to dominate the ball, then you got to have good people around him that are just going to fill in.
You referenced the goal defensively against a team like this, but you've had great success against them this year defensively, especially controlling pace. Specifically, what's been key to how have you guys been able to do that?
You know, we played him so early, and the first time we played him, we actually were in total control of that game, and then we shot the ball poorly. I think Love and Pekovic went like 5 for 20 from the floor, and Harden took over in the fourth quarter. So, but we controlled it that game. The second time, I can't remember if they were coming off a back-to-back or whatever, and it was a strange game. I wasn't even there. I just remember watching it, and we had 2 guys who came in on a 10-day contract who played like starters for us, and we ended up winning the game and caught them on a tough night where they didn't shoot the ball well. So I don't think you can judge that. You know, it's just one of those quirks in the schedules that happened for us, and we needed to win badly, and our guys played really hard, and they had a tough night. But I don't expect them to have that kind of shooting night tonight.
Have you instructed Joey and Johnson to be the only ones to score in the fourth quarter again?
Exactly. Yeah, there was two 10-day guys. They scored all our points in the fourth quarter. So it was great coaching by Terry.
The Heat tonight are looking to extend their streak. Given the season you've gone through, do you remember what it's like to go 2 months without losing a game?
No, it's been, you know, the last time I was here, we had the 22 games in a row, and you know, I think they're such a dominant team. It doesn't really surprise that a team like that would get on a roll like they've gotten on, you know, I mean, it's interesting. I love to watch the national press like they were concerned about the Knicks and Lakers losing some starters. Well, come on, let's try it all year, not just a couple of games, you know. So it's just, I think Miami's just been on the road. We just played them, and they're playing with a lot of confidence, and you know, but it's hard to do that night after night.
When you look at those teams that have reached that rare era, you're talking Wilt and Jerry West, you're talking, you know, Alcindor and Oscar Robertson. When you look back at 22 games for the team that you coached, how much does that surprise you or amaze you to look at that streak?
Yeah, it was a situation where, again, we had injuries then too. I think Yao was in and out. I think Tracy was in and out. It kind of came out of nowhere. You know, we weren't in the picture, and it just shows you our guys got on a roll, and they had a lot of confidence, and they played it night after night. And the thing I remember most about that streak is we were dominating games. We were winning by 10, 11, 12 points. I think one game we snuck one out against Sacramento, and Novak hit a 3 to win it for us. But other than that, we were winning games, and we just got on a roll where that team walked out the floor. They just thought they could win. We didn't have, you know, when Yao and Tracy were there, we had some dominant players, but like I said, they were in and out. It was a great experience. I look back on it. It was a great, memorable experience for everybody on that team, especially for me. You just look at the scores. You know, Boston finally came in here and got us, but the game before that, we had beaten the Lakers at home. So, you know, it was a roll. It was a pleasant roll, and I see Shane's on another team. Maybe it was Shane. I'm sure he's going to take credit for it.
Because Yao missed the last 10 or 11 of it, right? And you were incorporating rookies in like Landry and Scola.
Yeah, but guys stepped up. I mean, if you miss one guy, you can fill in for the other guys, and if you get confidence going, it's a big deal to get confidence.
Rick, I think you're jaded in this league, but when you look back on that stretch and that moment, where does that stack up in your career, all your coaching?
It's probably one of the top ones when you really look back on it. I know all the experts say the playoffs makes, that's the big thing. Well, it is the big thing, but look at the regular season. That was incredible. I just think it was something when you look back on it. We've talked about it as coaches before. Especially when you have teams you're trying to just win a game. You win 22. That's pretty good, and it's something you remember. So maybe we can get our guys to do the same thing here at the end of the year. I don't know.
All the guys you've had stretches of injuries this year, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Kobe yesterday had his ankle swollen up like a grapefruit. He's playing tonight. So he's just a different cat than everybody else. Yeah,
he is. He's always been a tough competitor, and he's always played through things. And I think if you look at their schedule turns pretty good. So maybe he thinks, with the off days, he can rest up, get through this game, and move on. But he's always been that competitor, and I see where they say he should have been fouled. So I think we got to take a chapter out of his book. They rescinded the technical for him. Now they're saying he should have got. I mean, he gets a lot, But you got to give him credit. I mean, I've seen him come out in games where it looked like he was really wasn't going to play, and tonight's another example. There's never been a more competitor in this league than him.
Rick, I noticed you didn't say that the 22-game win streak here was a product of great coaching.
But no, it just things fall together. I don't know why that happened. Like I saw Shane's comment about their team. You kind of look at their team, and if they stay healthy, they're favored to win every night. When we started that streak, I don't think we were favored to win every night. In fact, that got us into the playoffs, basically, that streak. So it was something that came out of and someone said, is it 5 years? 5 years? It's like 10. Last couple of years have added on, but no, it was a great experience. I remember the whole thing.
Because even 16 games into it, you guys are still in 7th place, weren't you?
Right. Yeah. But I think that's what's unique about that streak, that team. I saw some of the stuff on TV, and you talk about the Lakers, you talk about Milwaukee with Kareem, with Oscar, and I see him be talking about guys we have most of that streak. So that's a credit to them.
Ray Austin, Mike Harris, they kind of go in the pantheon with Oscar and Jerry West. Will Chamberlain.